Okay, are we good? Just trying to sort out the tripod here. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the sort of weekly, except not really, except it's basically every week, but not consistent on what day it is, live stream. Also known as Ty Talks Live. I only call the live streams this as a reference to the Ty Talk series that I used to do, which lasted, what, one episode, two episodes in early 2018. Then I brought it back, but it was me walking and talking outside, which I actually kind of liked, except I was going through a nature trail that's by my house and filming my feet the whole time. Like, you know, I'll like avoid like showing my house, you know, as you would. But I think it would have been perfectly fine if I had filmed the forest I was walking in. But I didn't. I just filmed my feet as I spoke in the forest. Hi to everyone who's joining on. And then afterwards, Thai Talks became like a sort of weekly series where I spoke for like 20 minutes each. And I did several episodes just kind of discussing general things, usually cars themed. But I always tried to spend some time talking about other things. It was on my second channel before my second channel was basically defunct. You know, I was so concerned when all the Kappa stuff started out. It really, you did make it, Purple Toad. Congratulations. You're one of the first people here, actually. You guys know, anyone who's been on my channel knows, all of my videos in 2020 were marked as for kids by me out of safety, and then I finally started changing things just a few months ago, and everything's been going perfectly fine and really smoothly. But I didn't know what to do with my second channel. I was so concerned about all of that. I ended up deleting all of the content off of my second channel because I didn't know if it fell under made for kids or not made for kids. And now the only thing, I think the only public videos on my second channel now are the suggestion video instructions and the birthday request instructions. Ironically, suggestions are currently closed, but I kept the video up despite the fact that I privated all of the other videos on that channel. Like I deleted all of the original Tie 2 content, originally T-Toy Reviews 2. You're joining so you can still say you've been to all of my tunes. Alright, Robin Tail Spider, thanks for stopping by. You know, formerly, I think it was previously T-Toy Reviews 2, then I changed it to Tie 2 also because of the Kappa stuff. But I'd love to bring back my second channel and do new content on it. Specifically what I would do, I'm not too sure, but you know, I made my second channel to be like a bit looser and talk about some other things. I really would like to bring it back. I just don't know what I'd do on it. If any of you guys have any ideas for what you'd like to see on my second channel, definitely let me know. Welcome everyone joining on. Talking about my what to do with my basically defunct second channel right now. Put that out on a community tab, but I didn't get too many responses. I, you know, kind of used it for behind the scenes stuff or just miscellaneous stuff. I uploaded to it pretty frequently. I have most of the videos I had on there saved on a flash drive now. It's a lot more than I thought. I uploaded behind the scenes. I did like bloopers, sort of. I did a whole series where I reacted to the first season of Cars Adventures, but I never finished it. And I did that basically daily. But like, stuff like the tier list videos, that's interesting. But I think, yeah, you'll have a lot of channels do like tier lists on their second channel, but I don't really, I don't know, I don't really have a need. That was the problem. Like whenever I think about bringing back stuff to do on my second channel, it's always like, well, why don't I just do this on my main channel? Like I can do all of the ideas I have for my second channel are things that I can do on my main channel aside from behind the scenes stuff. But the behind the scenes stuff can really be a pain to film. Because then it's like I'm filming an additional thing while I film the video. While I film the video, I'm filming how I made the video. It really makes the process just take way longer. Um, but I don't know. It's still a channel that exists. I feel kind of bad that it's basically dead. Um, I just use it for what I need to use it for. Yeah, behind the scenes with Taz 4. I'm actually working on videos that will incorporate some behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, bloopers. I always try to I try to save bloopers, but I film so much footage it could be kind of difficult. But yeah, bloopers would be good. Usually though, I just put if I have like a blooper I really thought was funny, I put it at the end of at the end of one of my videos after the outro. But there are a lot of things that I could do. But like I said earlier, I feel like most of them are just things that I'd rather do on my main channel anyway. A lot of them don't really have a need to be on their own separate channel. Sell my other channel. It would not cost anything. I'm sure everyone would be very interested in buying a channel with 167 subscribers and 2 unlisted videos. But no, I'm keeping it around. I'll figure out something to do with it eventually. I'll probably get around to it. But, I considered, that could be my place to do things that don't connect to cars as much, but I don't know what else I do. I don't really have anything else I want to do. Yeah, bloopers and behind the scenes, definitely. But again, a Q&A is also a type of video that I think I'd rather have on my main channel. Because if it's on my main channel, then more people will see it anyway. There's not really much of a need to put it somewhere else. I probably will do a Q&A as like a subscriber special. I was going to for when I hit 3,000, but that fell through. That 3,000 subscriber special, total pain to edit. I spent an entire day trying to get that video exported so that from my editor to my desktop so I could then upload it. It took the entire day. I was up past midnight and then I finally got the video up. I had to split it into 2 parts, and I knew splitting it into 2 parts would divide the views. It did. I wanted to make it one big video, but didn't turn out that way. So I had to split it into 2 parts that are like 45 minutes each. And it was a total mess. But Ty's Cars 4 should be one video. I figured out sort of a way around it. I'm going to save the video to a flash drive instead of saving it to my desktop and then upload it from there. I've done it before whenever I've had uploading issues. But yeah, that 3,000 subscriber special was... I really enjoyed it, and it was great to get all that old footage out there. That was me like going over all of my unfinished projects. I really like discussing them and getting that sometimes even years old footage out there, but it was such a pain to upload that video. We already found the new 11 pack. That is such a good pack. You will never hear me say that. Not frequently, at least. The new 11 pack is so good. I'll probably pick it up. I don't have 7 of the 11 cars in that pack. That's a really solid pack. Based off of the first movie. What you have some generic guys in there, but you have My Name Is Not Chuck with the tire gun. I have the normal one, but not the tire gun one. You've got Superfan Mia and Tia, who I don't have. Christina Wieland, I don't have. Finish Line McQueen, I don't have. And Bert and Krusty Rotor. 7 of the 11 cars I'm missing in that pack. So if I see it, I'm basically obligated to pick it up because for once the majority of cars, there are no new releases in that pack, but the majority, the overwhelming majority, I don't have. So I'm very excited that that pack exists. And then you also have Dexter Hoover, I think just with Checkered Flag, the King, Chick Hicks, and Aiken Axler. But Luigi is in Finding Nemo. Yes, he is, very briefly. When they're like discussing their escape plans, you could see a yellow Fiat drive by the screen. But yeah, that new 11 pack I think is a really solid pack. I think a lot of people are going to agree, despite it not having a single new release. It's got so many good re-releases. Did I mention Bert? Bert's there too. I don't know where Ernie is, but Bert, he got in there. Be great if I could find it soon because this is the full extent of my camera car collection, and one of them is a custom. For whatever reason, I never really got that many camera cars or race fans, and I'm hoping to find some more soon. I really need to find Dashboardman. I need to find Dashboardman as soon as possible. I really hope I can find that pack soon because, not pack, that, why can't I remember? That most recent wave with Hot Rod, Luis Nash, and those other cars. I really hope I can find it soon. Dashboardman would be really, really good to get for Ty's Cars 4, so I have another camera car. As would Heyday Luis, because yeah, good point. I think in US dollars it's 40. The 11 packs usually are around $40. Which makes sense because that's twice as much as 5 packs go for. I haven't bought an 11 pack since 2018. Did I get Gold McQueen? I have not yet. Don't know what the deal with that is in America. Probably not going to end up ordering him online. I'll see how it is. I'll wait it out. I'll see how it is. He's a very strange case. He's kind of like the Steel Blue Jackson Storm, but... Well, not really, because... Steel Blue Jackson Storm was a strange release. But yeah, that's such a good 11 pack. I haven't gotten an 11 pack since 2018. And this is why I think doing multi-packs that aren't based off of Cars 3 are a good thing. No, I think this is a very good 11 pack. And hopefully we see more continued diversity in where the multi-packs come from. Like last year we started seeing multi-packs from 1 and 2. That's continued into this year. And I think that's good. I think that's definitely good. The removal of new releases from multi-packs, not necessarily good, but I don't know. There was always a lot of, to me at least, it seems like there was always a lot of controversy around the new releases and multi-packs, especially 10 and 11 packs. So, like, maybe that's why they stopped including new releases. I doubt it. I guess it was just a choice someone made to be like, yeah, let's stop including exclusives. Let's just throw in, like, one pretty okay re-release in every pack. And that's how we got Kit Revster and Alberto in packs. I say pretty decent re-releases, but they're probably only decent to me because I didn't have either one. 2021 Kabuto. I definitely won't pick him up. Definitely. I probably won't. Just because I don't need him. I don't need to get a replacement for my Kabuto, and I don't need to repaint him, but he definitely looks a bit angry here. I've seen him in the stores a few times. It's so cool to see Kabuto on shelves again, but yeah, he's definitely a pretty good re-release. Closest thing we have to a Tokyo Mater car coming out again. Interestingly, though, they just re-released Josh Coolant in the same wave that this guy's in. Hey, Cars Kitten. Definitely interesting to me. A lot of the Cars 2 releases we've gotten so far this year have been Tokyo themed, so it's interesting to see Josh Coolant come back. What do I think of the upcoming Piston Cup 11 pack? You just missed my full thoughts on it. I think it's great. I don't have 7 of the 11 cars in it, so I'll definitely pick it up if I see it. Yeah, I'm missing 7 of the 11 cars, so it's definitely doing good. Favorite spearmint racer? I don't know. It's probably, I'd say Nick Schiff, but I need to get a good look at him. I really like the Cars 3 Ernie Garrison though. Favorite McQueen? There are too many options because there are just so many. When will the Spearmint cab come out? He already is. I got mine online. He already is out, but I'm not sure. Like the extent to which. The extent to which he's out. Yeah, the birthday cars. This was my birthday haul. This is like the 3rd or 4th week they've been sitting here. I need to get around to that, but I will be tomorrow. I will finally get around to reviewing the cars for my birthday haul, starting with Timothy Two Stroke. So I'm finally getting around to opening the birthday haul cars. We should be good with that. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to actually be finding things lately, so I've had to push back my birthday haul reviews. And also, I've been buying some doubles to repaint. Is Ty's Cars 4 connected to the other fan-made movies? It won't be. Because the other fan-made movies, my other movies, were all within the timeline of Cars Adventures, and Ty's Cars 4 isn't. So it's its own thing. Which will probably be kind of confusing to explain to any viewers who start watching Cars Adventures after I make Ty's Cars 4, but really there won't be anything that really I don't know. Yeah, they're two separate things. As for when the next Cars Adventures themed movie will be, I have no idea. Will I buy an extra of John Halstead? Probably not. That would be pretty cool to make. The first time I thought of that was when I saw your comment on it. But he was the only one. I haven't seen the 2020 haulers in months, so I got John Halstead because I, again, hadn't seen any of the other next-gen haulers in a really long time. So, yeah. Thank you. You're saying that before before it's even out. I've got expectations to live up to. Actually started filming Ty's Cars 4. Actually started filming Ty's Cars 4 on Saturday. And it's going pretty good so far. Yes, Ninjago. I've been there. I was there when Ninjago first launched in 2011. I was pretty young, but I was there. I followed it through year after year. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite Lego lines. I'm not fully caught up on the show, but definitely have always liked it. There we go. So I have 2 reviews to do today. I've got a birthday request that'll be coming out right after this stream, and then I have to review the 2021 Rusty and Dusty, which should definitely be pretty interesting. Spitting Guido, the incredible Spitting Guido custom we made on last week's stream. He is no longer here. I don't know where he is. All I know is that I moved him out of the way before I started filming. Right, I did promised us a Spitting Guido review. But yeah, I've got to review the 2021 Rusty and Dusty. Rusty and Dusty, it's definitely interesting. Rusty and Dusty, they've really changed since the original release. Dusty is a lot greener. They're both definitely a bit of a darker color, or like a lot dirtier. Spitting Guido is exclusive to the Walgreens Comic Con. There's only one in existence. That's a good callback. But then I could finally get around to reviewing all these. Mary Escocar is there too. You just can't really see her. She's hanging out over there with Kevin. When will be the next re-release of the Stanley statue? I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I knew. You know, I'll get asked. Like, oh, do you know when the next time such and such character will come out, or whatever? I wish I knew. I wish I had. I wish I had the ability to know the upcoming releases, but unfortunately, I'm not sure. So we just gotta wait and see. Hot Topic Suki is actually right down here, never far away from where the live stream is. Fainted Luigi and Guido are MIA currently, and I actually don't know where I put them, but they're around somewhere. They're close by, but they didn't make it for this stream. Worst 2020 re-release. So that was a good question. Because I did my whole Diecast Awards and I asked people, and the winner was Jackson Storm. Jackson Storm was a necessary re-release though, so I'm not really sure. I'd say Carlo Veloso is definitely. No, I didn't lose Luigi. He's somewhere. Like, he's in this room. He's just not like in the area that I could reach. I'm not sure if I'd say Carla Veloso with Flames, because I didn't have her. You know, that's kind of the problem with like re-releases. You're gonna have a different opinion if you didn't have the car before, but I will say Carla Veloso with Flames is just not a good release, really. But like I did that Errors and Inconsistencies video as a collab, and we discussed Carla with Flames, but like, yeah, it's because she's literally smiling while being burned to death. Thank you, Cartendo. That's definitely one way to put it. Yeah, the fact that they didn't change Carlo Veloso's expression is just such a strange choice, and it's really unfortunate, and it's really morbid, honestly. The fact that they didn't change her face. Nigel Gearsley with Flames is such a superior release, in my opinion. They changed the expression, and it looks so much better. Now that Nigel with Flames, that same expression is actually used on his Carbon Racer variant, but it doesn't matter to me. You know, Nigel with Flames, you know, they went the extra mile. They changed his face. Carla is just out here smiling. Yeah, Nigel with Flames. I feel like his re-release went pretty under the radar. A lot of people didn't like the Carlo Veloso with Flames re-release, but I don't really. Um, I didn't really hear much of anybody discussing 2020 Nigel with Flames. I didn't really have anything to say. I thought it was cool that they were bringing back the cars with flames. I would have preferred if they had released the canceled ones, but I think those are inevitable. Like, if they were to make, we need to see those other World Grand Prix racers with flames released. It's like it's like they were teasing us by re-releasing the other ones, but we haven't seen re-releases from Miguel. Miguel and Shu were the two canceled ones. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about that. I won't be unboxing these cars here. They're all going to get their own review. They're just in the background. But Miguel and Shu haven't been re-released in 2021 yet. All I can do is hope that their 2021 releases will be with flames instead. Please, Mattel, who is, I mean, definitely not watching this stream right now, but if anyone at Mattel is, can you guys release Miguel and Shu with flames and the Lewis Hamilton pity and the Shu Todoroki pity? And while we're at it, can you give us a Spark Plug Monster and Lightning McGrill? Thank you. Yeah, a lot of cars are missing a with flames release. Max Schnell also gets shot with the camera. Should have a with flames release. Because you need to think, not every car in the World Grand Prix is shot with the camera. Not everyone would have a with flames release. Several, like Raul, he crashes into the other cars. So Carla has a with flames release, which is appropriate. So does Nigel, and then Miguel, Shu, and Max and Rip are both shot with the camera during the Tokyo race. So it makes sense for them to get with flames releases. What I would really like to see, what I think would be so cool, Max Schnell, when he gets shot with the camera, his tires just like turn completely red. That would look so cool if they could do like clear tires on him in orange to represent the fire. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. Yeah, I saw that. The Amazon listing, Amazon pre-order, which is really weird because I never see pre-orders for cars. It seems kind of sketchy to me. I don't know. Him and the slide guitar pity, something about it just does not seem right. um, something about it seems off. But if Hot Rod Steve ends up being a real 2021 release, I think we will all celebrate. Such a weird release. Um, yeah, it's Steve Herschel with flames. I think it's so odd. You know, a hearse with flames. Something's just kind of wrong. Yes, Cars Ignite. I have seen the new 11 pack. You're actually the third person to ask me about that. I should have just like taken a sheet of paper and written, uh, I really like the new 11 pack because I do. It's awesome. 7 cars. There are 7 cars in it that um that I don't have, so I'll definitely be picking it up if I see it. Do I have any factory customs? No. I'd really like to get some. I've searched for some. Um, I'd like to get factory customs. You know, I always make my own customs, but I'd like to buy somebody else's customs or get the get factory customs. I don't know. I find something very cool about the factory customs. Um, they're so weird to me. I almost got an Andy Gearsdale one night. Get Me Collectibles listed it for like $10 loose, and and I was gonna buy it, but by the time I revisited his store to do that, he was already sold out. So I still don't have an Andy Gearsdale. How would I rank all of the cars only released as a lenticular? That's a very good question. That could be like its own tier list video. I think that's too many to go over now, but that's a very interesting question. Definitely one that I could answer like in a dedicated video if I ever choose to do that. Most of the lenticulars I own are just ones that didn't get a release otherwise. Yeah, the factory custom McQueens. They're the gold and silver factory customs are so interesting compared to most underrated canceled car. Okay, that's a good question. Spark plug monster, because apparently that was almost a thing at one point. No, but I'd say going off of ones we have pictures for, most underrated canceled car. I don't know. Maybe one of the planes, like the. I have no idea. It's a really good question. I hate the fact. I'm sorry that I always say that's a really good question and I can't come up with like an adequate answer. Um, I'm not sure though. But there are so many. Lenticular Dudley Spare. Hmm. There's so many canceled cars I don't know about. And I feel kind of bad that I can't like answer some questions regarding them. Um, but move the camera over a little. Yeah, Hot Rod Fabulous Hudson Hornet would definitely be interesting. I'm just not that big a fan of a lot of the Hot Rod releases, like Hot Rod Smokey, because where was he in the movie? Why wasn't he in the movie? Um, there are so many interesting releases that never appeared in the movie. That could be a whole video I do. Speaking of videos that I do about weird things, I have a new errors and inconsistencies episode. I want to get it out tomorrow. I haven't started work on it yet, but um, I want to get it out tomorrow. Hopefully, I can. I haven't really come up with all of the things that I'll be discussing. But, I do want to get one of those out soon, and I'm hoping to get it out tomorrow. But, like, I don't know. I try to add, like, a good mix of things in those episodes. I could just do only new releases, but I like to spread it out. I could easily talk about Xavier here. I could easily talk about Xavier Rodalt not having the new for 2021 sticker. But I don't think I will. Here's the thing, Xavier doesn't have the new for 2021 sticker, but I want to wait it out because maybe they're doing away with that. I doubt it because Nick Shift has it, but I'm going to wait it out before I call it out as an error or inconsistency for that series. But yeah, so I'm going to wait on labeling Xavier missing that new for 2021 sticker. Not sticker. What I might talk about, though, is the fact that the re-release of Josh Coolant labels him as a Cars 3 release instead of 2. How do you make that mistake? there are. Like, I don't know how you make that mistake. He's a member of the British military. They're nowhere near that part of the world in Cars 3. But I know I said this last week in last week's stream. What I'll probably put as like the focus for the episode um, is the fact that the Cars 3 McQueen with Piston Cup is actually not a new release, because that's something that actually slipped by me. Because it looked like there was an army in Cars 3. Last time I checked, there was not an army in Cars 3. Thank you. But that actually slipped by me. The fact that Cars 3 McQueen with Piston Cup is actually not a new release. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised there isn't a Hot Rod McQueen. I mean, I don't really care much about the Hot Rod variants, but where did I get the Dynaco Cruise Hauler? I actually made this one. This one's a custom. Yeah, a Hot Rod McQueen. I don't think, and I'm totally jinxing this, and just because I said this, it's gonna. Josh Coolin is in the bleachers. Hot Rod Rocket Racer Steve, are you trying to get me annoyed here? No, I'm kidding, but yeah, I like to cover a lot of ground and errors and inconsistencies, but I'm not sure what else I'll discuss. I'm gonna discuss another. Uh, Hot Rod Sheriff would be very ironic. Favorite McQueen? That is. There are so many. There are so many. Um, and I wish I had a better answer, but I don't want to say anything specific because I don't really have a definitive answer. But Hudson Hornet Piston Cup, the metallic Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen has always been a favorite of mine. That came with the highly inaccurate character encyclopedia. Um, yeah, probably the metallic. Probably the metallic Hudson Hornet Piston Cup one from Cars 2. I don't have the normal. It's so weird. I have the metallic Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen, the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen without tires, and now the Easter Buggy Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen. And I don't have the normal version. If I could only go to a Target or a Walmart, I'm not sure. That's a good question. It depends, honestly. I think it depends on where you are. Um, the endurance racers, the Cars line, definitely wasn't my favorite line. Like I wish they'd done a bit more with it, but it was cool. I do hope that it's done for now, though. I hope Sheldon was the last release. Yeah, I ordered cars and never ordered Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen. I don't know why. There are a lot of cars that I want to order and then just never did. A Rocket Racer Lizzie. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Rocket Racers, but I think if they were to suddenly release a Rocket Racer Lizzie, I would entirely change my opinion on them. What a shame. Lizzie just keeps getting canceled variants. Like, come on. Make more Lizzies. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what else. Because I like to end you know, my episodes of errors and inconsistencies by discussing something that isn't the Mattel line. I'll probably talk about the wooden cars, I think. Um, I guess the XRS is done for now, maybe? I have no idea. Because it's been almost a year now since we saw XRS releases. I'd be perfectly okay if we were done with the XRS. I'd be perfectly fine. I wish that they'd done more drag racers. The drag racers only had like 6 cars total. The other series had like 12 to 15. Uh, I really liked the XRS lines. I really liked the mud racers. The mud racers and the drag racers were awesome. I wasn't the biggest fan of the rocket racers, but some of them were pretty cool. I just wish we got more of the drag racers because we only got like 6 total. Would have been nice to get more. There was artwork um, that showed like Brian Spark as a drag racer, and I think Sheldon Shifter. It would have been so cool to get Brian. Yeah, an XRS Mud Racer Red would actually be pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't seen Walmarts with deluxes or 2 packs as of late. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure they'll be back, hopefully. Yeah, XRS Drag Racing, Brian, and Sheldon Shifter. I'm not sure if we ever had any information that their diecasts would exist, but I know there is a like um there's like artwork of them. Uh, like I don't know what it was on. Maybe like a puzzle or something like that. It was some sort of promotional artwork. Yeah, I haven't seen deluxes in stores for a while. Um, I hope we get him back soon. And he's signing the Great North Pole sign. I um I haven't looked for it yet. I doubt I'm the first person. I think I checked right before I uploaded it. I think I'm the first person to have a review out of Xavier, and if I'm not, then I'm sorry that I said that. But yeah, I ordered the Xavier the day I saw him, and honestly, I don't regret it. Racing Red Kevin. I hope we get more. Like we have 2 expanded universe lines a year nowadays. It seems like as store exclusives. Um, it would be really nice if we got another like series that was new variants of like the Radiator Springs cars. That would be nice, like the fan favorites. Um, I don't know. I hope we get like fan favorites was a cool line. Road trip. The road trip line was one of the. I think Road Trip was one of the best series, like best expanded universe series. Road Trip was such a good line, with the exception of maybe the Mater. I wasn't a big fan of. Yeah, happy birthday, Hot Rod Rodriguez. I actually have your birthday request video coming out soon, right after this stream. I'm gonna upload it for Scott Spark. But yeah, I think Road Trip was one of the best lines, just in general. Um, but like we have the NASCAR cars currently out as Walmart exclusives. I wish that the next line of Walmart exclusives was just a return to the Cars tunes. I don't really think people would mind if instead of getting a new line of re-releases of a not re-releases, instead of getting like new expanded universe variants of background racers, I'm sure a lot of people, myself included, would rather see Cars tunes releases. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've used the road trip cars several times. I didn't this most recent time they did a road trip, but yeah, that's the modified Mater or modified Mater, um, which unfortunately was canceled. But like, come on, we need Matador McQueen. How is Matador McQueen not a release that exists? Where's Kevin? Kevin is right over there. Yeah, my favorite Cars tune is Tokyo Mater. I think it's the best just because it has like a full, the most full story. Yeah, I've used the road trip cars. I'm going to be using the road trip cars very soon again. In a future season of Cars Adventures, they'll be visiting the beach again. There was not an El Matador McQueen released. Um, Very unfortunate. The customs are coming along really well. I'm almost done with most of them. Yeah, the Disney Store made the Matador McQueen, but unfortunately, um, either Impound McQueen or Lightning McQueen with cone. Interesting. You need to make the hat somehow. Um, that's not even a car I've considered making a custom of. Um, but yeah, we need some of those canceled Cars Tune cars. I'd be perfectly fine. I would give up like the endurance racers or an XRS line for a series of Cars Tune cars instead. Like, definitely, I do that. Um, and I'm probably not alone on that. I definitely would rather get a new line of Cars Tune cars than I'm not sure actually. But it sure would be nice to get Cars Tunes back. A lot of people are asking for them. Yeah, I really liked the story sets. The story sets were so cool. Um, yeah, they made the mini version of Police McQueen, but he's yet to be out. I think all we have to do is just go back to making Walmart exclusive Cars Tune cars. They were doing that for years. I doubt we'll ever see the video game characters, but I think eventually Cars Tunes will come back. I think it's gotta. And like, you can make the excuse of like, oh, the Cars Tunes aren't relevant anymore. All of the Cars Tunes are on Disney Plus, so like they have new eyes on them. They're more accessible now than ever. Like literally all of the Cars Tunes are on Disney Plus. So I don't see why you wouldn't bring them back really. No, there's not a Detective Mater diecast. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they never made any cars for Mater Private Eye. I assumed it was because that short was in black and white and they wouldn't really know how to adapt it. Tractor Shorts will be back. It will. I'm not sure when, but we made a promise last week that beloved series Tractor Shorts would return. Yeah, the one I see most often used is Cruisin' McQueen because he doesn't have the spoiler. Most people use him to make Police McQueen. Yeah, it took years to see Radiator Springs 500 and a half. Yeah, that was a total pain, let me tell you. Whoa. Whenever I wanted to include Radiator Springs 500 and a half stuff, I saw it when it first came out back in 2014. But whenever I wanted to include Radiator Springs 500 and a half stuff in Cars That Should Be Made, I could barely find any clips online since it's been on Disney Plus, so people have ripped it to YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure why like Disney Plus and like the other streaming services like that. Um, I don't know why they're not available worldwide. I'm sure it's like there's a whole business decision that is way bigger than anything. Yeah. But Disney Plus has been out for a year and a half. And I'm not a fan of any of the live action Disney remakes. I'd say I'm an advocate against Disney's live action remakes. I just see them as just like cash grabs. Oh, they're cash grabs, says the guy whose entire main hobby that he documents online daily regards him buying Disney merchandise. But yeah, I'm not really. Um, not really. Not really a big fan. Um, I've seen a few of them. I saw the live action Beauty and the Beast in theaters, and the Aladdin remake I watched recently. They're fine. Alice in Burton Land. Yeah, yeah. I like when they do something different with them, but like I don't know. To me it's just like I don't know because I'd say the animated stuff Disney's making now is really good, but it's just a shame that they're doing all these live action remakes. There are so many more on the way, and they're recent movies too. Like they're gonna do a live action remake of Lilo and Stitch at some point soon. That movie isn't even 20 years old. So like what's with that, guys? Like to me it's obvious. It's just them wanting money, and I mean they do make a lot of money for Disney. They do. Um but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan um of them. But I'm sure they'll pass. Remember that time in the early 2000s when uh they just made an absolute ton of animated Disney movie sequels? Mulan 2, Bambi 2, Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time. Those came and went. So I don't think live action cars, but they're humans. Um, the good thing is that, and fingers crossed this will not happen. Fingers crossed. This won't happen. Pixar hasn't done live action remakes yet. 'Cause you guys have got to remember, the only movies that have gotten remakes have been by Disney, and Pixar is a separate division. And I don't think Pixar, knowing Pixar, I really don't think they'd let Disney make live action Toy Story. Can you imagine how terrifying that'd be? Toy Story, but they're all like, yeah. But these two people on YouTube, um, Cars on Ice is gonna be people drifting Cars on Ice. That was a thing, Cars on Ice. How much was my Precision Series Luigi and Guido? I'm not sure. I got it as a gift, so I don't know how much it cost. Um, but these two guys and like a team, I think yeah, I was just gonna say that these people on YouTube made these incredible like shot for shot live action remakes of Toy Story and um Toy Story 3. They are I haven't seen all of them in their entirety, but what I've seen, they are incredibly impressive. It took them years and years to make. Um, I think it was mainly just two guys on YouTube. They did like live action Toy Story, and incredibly impressive. They're doing Toy Story 2? I thought they wouldn't do Toy Story 2 because of like all the airport stuff. But that's really cool. Good for them. I think it took them. I remember hearing like it took them like 9 years to do Toy Story 3. What happened to Guido being an Oreo? I cleaned the Oreo off of him. Um, but yeah, what I've seen of those Toy Story remakes, I should watch them in their entirety. Oh, it's being done by someone else. Okay, but yeah, I'm sure it'll turn out. Sure, it'll turn out very good as well. It can't be real bugs in live action Bugs Life. They have to be CGI bugs, but they'll say it's a live action movie anyway. I find it so funny. The remake of The Lion King, they labeled as live action, but the entire thing is still animated. It's just animated to look realistically. Um, has anybody picked up a Mia or Tia and said this is Mia and it's actually her? Right? Mia and Tia's license plates having their names on them, those are lifesavers. How do you make mac and cheese? For the last time, mac and cheese was a total joke. But like if people want to see it, unironically, I'll probably do it. Um I have plans though for a potential sequel to the Guido Oreos video. Um yeah, $30 for a precision series in Luigi and Guido. That's like about what they go for now. Um but like mac and cheese, if I could actually pull it off, I have um tractor shorts and cars cooking. I have like this like 5 minute like quick to make macaroni and cheese in my pantry. I should just put like it in mac. I don't know. For mac and cheese. Yeah, didn't I already? Wait, I never showed the cheese on mac, did I? I just showed him next to cheese, right? So then I guess I have to make mac and cheese. I think I was misremembering this whole time. Yeah, Toys. I'd argue Toy Story 2 might be the most difficult one. For Toy Story 4, you just have to find like an actual antique store and you need an RV. For Toy Story 2, you have to do like everything with the airport. More like mac and cheese, yes. So I guess I actually have to make that up. Great. We need sweet tea and tea like the color changes McQueen. I don't think I have that iced tea anymore. There are too many good Cars food puns. Um, but like Harv is a telephone. Harv, you guys are all asking what does Harv look like? Harv doesn't exist. Harv is the phone. Okay? He doesn't exist. He is only the telephone. That's all he is. He is permanently attached to Mac. Footage of Planes 3 has been found. No way. I don't even think that was confirmed. They were gonna do a different spinoff about like spaceships. Top 10 questions science can't answer. What does Harv look like? The world will never know. But I'll just continue with my theory that he is the phone. Harv looks like those lines in voice recordings. Yeah, Harv is actually just like a volume bar that raises and lowers as he speaks. That is his physical form. Why does Mattel... Yeah, why do they always mess up the name tags? I don't know. And I wish I knew. Top 10 Cars plot holes. Oh, there are too many. I feel like, can Harv be in Cars 4? I feel like, we don't see Harv in Cars 3. It's not like he's important to that story. But I feel like McQueen probably dropped Harv following the first movie. Like, it's the equivalent of dropping, like, a bad, like, record label, in my opinion. Um... Like McQueen dropped his record label and went without them. Next gens. Next gens are actually flying cars. They're just that new. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like McQueen probably stopped working with Harv following the first movie. But that's just kind of my theory. Harv is nothing. Harv is Mater, and Mater is everyone, and everyone is the friends we made along the way. I'm glad that you're paying attention. Good. That's true. That is what he is. Mater dropped his record label in 2010. Yeah, guys, when is the Heavy Metal Mater album coming out? It's been 10 years. We just have their one song. Where is the rest of the album? Where's the second song? Yeah. Where's the rest of Heavy Metal Mater? Come on. We need. It's a one-hit wonder. Yeah. What a shame. What a shame. They could have had so many other great songs like Get Her Done, or that's the only other Mater catchphrase I could think about right now. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe Heavy Metal Mater broke up. That's really a shame. No way. And the Seven Dwarfs prequel, I've heard of that. I gotta look into that. Mater's actually in a K-pop group with his three cousins called Blue Brown. Good one. Yeah, what other songs would be on the Heavy Metal Mater album? We know of Dadgum. Um, I'd say Get Her Done. Um, if I'm lying, I'm crying. How about just a power ballad about the fact that Mater no longer has his hood? I think that would be great. Just this big emotional number about the fact that Mater no longer has his hood. Yeah, I think the whole joke of Heavy Metal Mater is that they only make one song. Um, I think that's it. Like that's the joke is that they only do one song. Um, yeah, there should be Heavy Metal Mater reunion tour. That's what we need. Heavy Metal Mater reunion tour. Bring him back. Bring Eddie and Rocky back in here. Where's the drummer. He doesn't even have a name. Get him in here too. Bring back McQueen. Get them all to sing again. I don't care what argument broke up their band. We need to hear more of Heavy Metal Mater. Yeah, Heavy Metal Mater was around since before then. Probably well before then. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame Heavy Metal Mater broke up. Mater and the Gas Caps are underrated. Yeah. It's a shame. I'm very excited for Pam Wheeldarrow because that's finally um, a pity with a drum. It's a shame we don't have the drummer pity from Heavy Metal Mater. Uh, but it's nice to get, I love the pitties and I love the Uncle Topolino band are among my favorite releases ever. So I'm very glad that we're getting more pitties. But Robert Jam Jones has been out in like 2 cases now and I haven't found him yet and I'm gonna go crazy if I can't find Robert Jam Jones. I like him too much. What if Tow Mater wasn't a tow truck? Then he'd need a new name. Michael Jackson Storm. Great. Why don't we have the pity with the Heavy Metal Mater? Yeah, great release. This is why Cars Tunes need to be back. Come on. We need the pity. We need the pity with the heavy metal. Heavy Metal Mater and Topolino's band and Sweet Tea's band need to collab. Yeah, that song would sound very confusing. You'd have like the country side from Sweet Tea's band, then you'd have heavy metal, and then you'd have like the Italian festival music. It's a pity we don't have him. Thank you for that pun. That song would probably sound horrible just with the clash of genres, but I mean, country rock, but we need like the Italian music. Anyway, though, guys, I'm gonna have to end it here. Unfortunately, something's just come up, so I gotta go. So I'm gonna have to drop this. I'll see you guys around. Sorry for the abrupt ending, but I'll be back. Bye now. Really is a pity. But yeah, I'll be back for another live stream at some point. And look at that, I just got a low battery warning, so it was meant to be. I'll see you guys next time. Sorry for the abrupt ending, but yeah.